finally got a chance to get back to the shed and actually start working on some real stuff instead of home improvement projects. So today we're going to dig into, I have a 98 Chevy Silverado. Actually it's K15 with a Silverado badge. Anyways, we're going to chance to get a little bit of a brake issue. By a little bit, I mean it almost has none. So we're going to try and figure it out. More than likely we have some blown lines, but went to hit the brakes the other day, didn't really have much stopping. So we're going to, you notice that's let's see if we can get you in there, a little low. It's right there, should be up there. Pull the cap off of this, and this is your front, stops, and these are the back, and it's slightly below the fill line. So I'm thinking the back's got a bit of an issue, slight drip, and the front also is going to need some attention because it's not great without front brakes. So let's dig into this, see what's going on. We got the thing in the air, and let's go underneath and see what's going on. Up there is kind of where we're at. Get you in there. And those lines are pretty cancerous through there. And this is kind of where we care about. This thing has more cancer. Good old Midwest for you. And you can tell we've patched some here. That's this stuff here. You can see this. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. This is that NiCad brake line, which is great to use because it's easy. But it turns into, it looks like the Statue of Liberty after a while. See, that looks like a fix we did before. Let's see where this guy goes. Oh, look here. That's, huh. Well, looks like we're not only leaking brake fluid, looks like we're leaking fuel. So this will be a two-parter. There's the other side of that. That'll get us by today, and then I guess we'll have to figure out what to do with this dang fuel tank. That bolt will come out never. Jeez. Huh. Well, like I say, let's get started. We'll get those fittings off, these compression fittings. This has been patched before. And this over here is NiCad. That's that fancy crap I was talking about. We'll get that off of there, and we'll pull this one off over here, that guy, and go get some new fittings and see where we're at. 7/16 and a half inch. Looks like it's going to be our guy here. Let's take it off the side that we think it's the cleaner side. We think it's going to work on. Oh yeah, there we go. And just get ready for the fluid to run down your arm, trip all over, and that's what it does. I mean, I could probably do something to prevent it, but why? It's working. This will lubricate this and the axle down here, so we're good. We'll get the other side. Oh yeah, brake fluid? Yeah, it's insanely corrosive. So, I think I said before, you know, got some miles per gallon. It's changed to gallons per mile, and it's hovering around 0. So, we're going to take a look at that. I have an extra tank. It's for a long bed. It probably won't fit a short bed, but we'll see if it's even possible. If it is, we'll cobble it together. I mean, I've got some clearance here. I can room to work with. I think the problem is you run back here, and then there's an axle issue. That's a clearance. It'll probably self-clear, but we'll take a look at that. Also, this truck has some pretty serious cancer. If this was in a hospital, in the triage unit, they would probably give this thing morphine until it died. I mean, that's good there. Anyways, let's get that line made and throw that on, and then try and figure out where the front's leaking. So we just got the line off, and I want to just, I don't know if you can see that. This was the part behind the fuel cell itself, and it had a pretty good leak here. I don't actually know that that's a line, other than just rust holding it together, and that was awesome also. So I think we found one of the issues. Yeah. Oh, the joy. Here's the line we're going to use. This is a nickel copper cadmium, NiCad, nickel copper. I don't know. Anyways, it's really flexible. Like, you can bend it with your hands, which makes it great for this kind of stuff. However, this does have copper in it, and if you see what happens to an old copper penny, it turns green. Yeah, this is absolutely going to do that. This will look like the Statue of Liberty in about a month or two, at least one season. One salt season, you will have full-on Statue of Liberty. However, it does resist corrosion a lot more. It just gets a nasty patina on it that, I don't know, some people like it, some people don't. But anyways, we'll get this on here. Maybe one about that long, and make that loop on the end, flare it, not flare this side, stick it on there. So I got this fancy flare tool. By fancy, I mean it's a pipe with a hole in it. I don't know where. And it supposedly is supposed to straighten this out. But I think I honestly could have done better with my hands. In fact, I think I was doing better with my hands. However, this flare tool does not really work on regular brake line, unless you have ogre strength. I don't. I can't get off of this one. No. Anyway, something else that works, just use your hands, get it halfway straight. If you don't like that, drill a hole in a board, same size as the line, just pull it straight through. All you gotta do. Yeah. This thing, it's not great. So you want to make sure these brake lines are exactly the right length. So we're just gonna, use our precision measuring tool. What's that? These brake lines cut same pipe cutter, same as you would if you had to cut a rotten piece off or whatever. Just go slow and easy and don't smash it. And by the way, if you like this brake line, I will put a link in the description for it. You can find it. For these, you really should use a line wrench, and you probably should have sprayed that with something to try and loosen it up, but I didn't. I'm not going to. Maybe I should. Ooh, I don't know what size that guy is. It looks like it feels metric-y. I think I know why we didn't take that out. Mystery solved. It's an 11. Anyway, I should spray some penetrating oil on that, but I don't have time. So we're going to do the right thing, speed up the rubber line. Work? We got it? Got it. Precision. I'd like to reuse this fitting, or at least know what size it is. What's that on the line? Let's see what's going on here. It's custom. Huh. That sounds like it's really warm. Is that hot? Yep. Oh yeah. The nice thing about these lines is they transfer heat very efficiently. I'll let that cool off a minute. There we go. Yeah. this line's actually rusting. This bitting's just giving up. There. Turn yourself in a nice weird shape. Corkscrew it. True style. It's always good to change these every now and then anyways. But with like all these projects, you don't know where to start. You don't have a lot of extra time to dedicate to this stuff. Don't do it. It'd be easier if you just go away. There, my hand. Oh, jump debris. All debris. Not just any truck you can do this with. Mostly Chevys. Actually, I don't know. What's the same one? Got it. Cool. So that fitting, 1/4 inch line. Oops. Looks promising. Oops. I bet those are it. Galvanized? This thing sucks. They're huge. Looks like the last one I took off. What do we got here? One of them. There you go, buddy. Hey, that's our guy. Cool. I don't have to go shopping. Awesome. For this line, we're going to use a double flare kit. You have to use double flare, single flare. I've done it for years. It works. Side note, if you ever want to know what's in a catalytic converter, it looks like this. You can see that little dot. You're actually looking right through it. Anyways, probably causes cancer. Okay, so let's get flaring. So I got my flaring tool kit here. I don't know, I bought it from Amazon. Anyways, take this guy. Put it in a vise, or your hand. It's just made to go in a vise. Makes it easier to hold. Tighten her down. Slide you over here, she's down in there. The tube we're having messing with is going to be 1/4 inch, which is this one, so it says right there. And since it's up bends easily, which I really don't recommend it, anyways, ish. Tighten on that guy. But you want to know how high this needs to stick up above here? Let's get you down there so you can see it. Okay, you're looking at that. Also, you'll see flaring tool comes with these. This one says 1/4 inch. Lay that there. It should be about the same height. Yeah, close enough. Anyways, tighten it down. Get her good and snug. Okay, it's about the same height. Get pretty close. You should deburr this. And to deburr this, you use, I don't know, a deburring tool, which I don't happen to have. Let me see what I can find. Shape thing. I don't have one. I have this giant screwdriver, and we're just going to kind of push it and twist. And it does is the edges. And that guy up. There we go. Okay. We're going to take our 1/4 inch guy, which is this. We're going to turn him over to that. Ta-da. It's called the single flare. If you've done this before, your tool just looks like this guy here, and you normally don't have that. Let's back you up a little bit and use room to work. And here. Loosen up. We'll just have a pitch that'll do. This one doesn't have it. There we go. So, single flare. Oops. So, if you notice here, this has been compressed all the way down. You take this guy off, and then if you look at that, that's what it looks like. And so then the next part is going to be the same way you've done your single flares forever. Just put it right on top of there. Try and be straight as you can. Center down. You don't have to destroy the world with this thing, but here you go. Get that off. And you'll see that it is now like that. Then, pull this out of here. You get this. And if you remember to put your fitting on first, which in this case you don't have to, all of that, let's tighten up. That is double flare. The brake line done. Flare tool flared. Looking pretty good. So we're going to try and snake this. Maybe. Up through there. That's like that kind of meaty. You're home. Nope. 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 Yep, sorry about the no sound part. Anyways, snuck this by here, bent this, see that real quick. Put it up through that way. I'll tighten this down here, so whatever it takes, which is, in this case, 11. Line wrench, maybe. Yeah, I'm on. And whatever this side is, looks croissant to me, French guy. Just to hold it nice and fancy and tight. Okay, let's go check on the other side. So here's where we're at. We gotta get that to go in there. And we got some play here, but we don't. Oh, I don't think I have that much. Can I force that back? I bet I can. You know what? We're gonna do that. We're not gonna cut the. We're so dang close. We're just gonna make it meet right there, like that. Let's go get the fitting and clean this up with memory cloth. That on there. Cannot get that fitting off. We're just gonna do the right thing. Shorten this guy up. Maybe. Just take about a second. Okay, got that off. Next. Shine this up a little. perfect? No. Will it work? Yes. Fitting. One. Compression sleeve. Let's get it all the way in. Yep, that just went goodbye. Let's take this one up. Say 13. Oh, there we go. 11. Never get the wrench off. Yeah, I got it. Hey, parts are lost. Yeah. New cap. New fitting. New home. Get in there. This is like a three-hand job. Turn, you bitch. You too good for your home. See the bottle. There we go. Same thing. Another cylinder now. Got 11 on this. I swear it was 11. Used to be 11. Not 11 anymore. What is your secret? 12. Ah, this is different variety. Who knows? That. Okay, one more snug. We'll call it. And yeah, there we go. That should be crushed down again. All right. Let's put some brake fluid in it. See how she does. Almost forgot. I want to make sure it's really well secured, just like factory. So it rattles less. There. Sometimes you cut these off, but I don't have anything. Also, make sure you leave as many tools as you can sitting up here. Helps out later on. Sweet. There we go. So this could very well be that the master cylinder is leaking. I don't know. See if we can get her down here. Put some fluid in it. Take a look at it. I don't see any wet spots in the front, although the front appears to be leaking as well as the back. I just don't think it was leaking as much. Huh. What do we got here? Alright, let's get in here. What's going on? So rears are dry. And that's the brake line. Okay. Well, this is, like I say, for as much as I see dripping, or as empty as that was, it just doesn't do anything. So the brake line comes from right here. It's on this side. There's an access port on the bottom we can get to and look at. And I think we'll take a look at that next. Because if it's not leaking underneath there, I don't know. You know, it's not running out on the floor. Maybe it's leaking in there, backwards past the seals. That's the next thing. But this master cylinder is not that old, so it's just weird. Oh, I don't know. Let's get up near again. Take a look. This fluid is actually really clean. And I think we top this off, or clean this, or whatever, flush the system. The last time we did the master cylinder, which, judging by the looks of that, it doesn't even have rust on it. So it's either the cheapest master cylinder ever built, probably, or there's something else leaking, and we just gotta find it. Like I say, I just put that in there. We'll let it bubble up for a while. It'll take less time to bleed it later, but get it back in the air, pull that front shield off, see if we can see any drips in there, and continue. Otherwise we'll bleed it and pray to God it works. Oh, one other thing to note. I just noticed this. Don't know if you guys saw that or not. It's always a good sign. So this vintage of Chevrolet, there's an access port here. Well lubricated. In here and let you see garbage. Let's see what we can see. This brake line here, it looks pretty good. Take my hand off. Put my gourd in here. See what's going on. It's covered in grease. There's a grease alert for that. I don't see. You know, based on what I'm seeing, I hate to say it, but I think our master cylinder bought the farm. Well lubricated tire. Because, I mean, I'm seeing that. Yeah, a little wet, sure. Cruising along. And, this guy right here. What if this was leaking as bad as it looked like it was? It would just be gushing out. And it's not. So, if the caliper just blew it out somewhere. That one seems pretty new and not leaking. Other side, new, not leaking. Huh. Well, I say bleed the brakes, give her hell. We'll just scooch this back on quick. Bleed them. See what we can figure out. It is hot in here. Went all over the truck, found no other leaks other than the one in the rear, which we replaced. We took out that one extra fitting, so that's done. That's one less point of failure. At some point, we should just run all new lines, but you know what? I don't care, and this works. So, anyways, we checked, couldn't find any leaks. I did adjust the rear shoes while I had it off, or up on the lift. We was out a couple turns, bled the whole system. We're back to operating. Seems to work just fine. So the next thing, if it wasn't that, it was going to be, I checked all the brakes all the way around. No other leaks, drips anywhere. hold the tires off, didn't see anything. Master cylinder was relatively new, so we didn't really suspect that right away. And yeah, turned out to just be one bad spot in the rear brake line. So anyways, I think that wraps it up for this project. Yeah, if you watched this far, you notice that we got a bad fuel tank on this thing. It's leaking. So unfortunately for me, I just filled it up with gas. So I'm hoping the hole's in the top. So we're gonna run this for a while and see how much fuel we can burn off. But stay tuned for the next project. It's probably a fuel tank. So like, subscribe.